Open and active. That's how investigators in Hillsborough County are describing the ongoing case involving the disappearance of Don Lewis, the ex-husband of famed Tiger lady Carole Baskin. Well, tonight, one of the detectives leading the investigation is speaking out following the release of season 2 of the popular Netflix series Tiger King. Fox 13's Josh Cassio has been following the case for us. He's live with the very latest tonight. Josh, are they any closer, are they saying, to solving the case? What's going on?
Well, Kelly, listen, they've tracked down hundreds of leads since the release of Tiger King Season 1. They expect even more leads to come in now with Season 2 released on Wednesday. Of course, they have a lot of questions they still have to answer, and one person they really want to hear from is, of course, Carole Baskin, but HCSO says she is remaining silent. Corporal Moises Garcia says since the release of Tiger King Season 1 on Netflix, he's tried at least 3 times to speak with Carole Baskin about the 1997 disappearance of her ex-husband, millionaire Don Lewis. Each time, he says, he heard crickets from Baskin.
Most missing persons, their family members, wives, spouses, they cooperate with the law enforcement. They want to know what happened to their loved one, and they cooperate however possible.
Carole Baskin, who owns Tampa's Big Cat Rescue, has maintained her innocence. She even sued Netflix over the release of Tiger King Season 2, though it still debuted on Wednesday. Corporal Garcia, the lead investigator on the case, calls the documentaries a double-edged sword as it relates to his job of finding the truth.
It will get a lot of interest into the case again. The backside of the sword is always the fact that there's a lot of information to be out there again that sometimes we don't want out there, and it can also lead to a lot of rumors and innuendos and rabbit holes that you have to go through.
Since reopening the case in March of last year, Corporal Garcia and his team have tracked down hundreds of leads, conducted dozens of interviews, and even tried to look into the rumors that Lewis may have been buried beneath the septic tanks on Baskin's property. He says she denied letting his team on the site.
Carole is considered a suspect and a person of interest. The only person in this case that is not considered a suspect and a person of interest would be myself. Everybody else is a possibility, with Carole being a high possibility.
I've been everybody's punching bag for the last year, and now the gloves are coming off.
Baskin, who is starting her own show called Carole Baskin's Cage Fight, told Fox 13 in part, quote, Season 2, as expected and indicated in the trailer, continues to do everything they can to falsely convince the viewer that Carole was involved in Don Lewis's disappearance. It is primarily nothing more than a rehash of the first season with a few misleading additions. And Corporal Garcia says there's not a week that goes by that they don't have their hands involved in that case file. He says as a homicide investigator, he believes every case can be solved, this one being no different. But again, there's one person he really, really wants to hear from. That person is Carole Baskin. Kelly, back to you.
Well, maybe she will come forward now that Season 2 is out, and she said that all the things that she said, so maybe she will speak to investigators. We'll see. Josh Cassio, thank you so much, Josh.